Hello, good afternoon. I'm Alistair Campbell. I'm Head of Sales with Cloudmore. Welcome and thank you for joining our webinar today. We expect the session to last no more than 30 minutes, and this will allow time for some questions and answers at the end of the session. These questions will be captured, so feel free to share them via the Zoom messaging service. A copy of the slide deck will be made available to you after the session, and we will be documenting those responses and sharing a copy of the slides to you as well. In today's webinar session, we will look at customer self-service and how you as MSPs can leverage this opportunity not only to create outstanding customer experiences, but also create your own unique competitive advantages and create a position ready to scale your business quickly, efficiently, and profitably. Cloudmore is a commerce platform that simplifies how IT is bought and sold by helping MSPs solve their problems and complexities that SaaS and subscription products and services can bring, so that their internal operations are streamlined, billing is quick and accurate, and they can serve their customers quicker and better than anyone else. Thinking of what self-service means, our friends at Wikipedia define self-service as the practice of serving oneself, usually when making purchases. But this can also apply to any non-financial transaction between the customer and the provider. A Microsoft survey from 2017 states that 90% of customers expect providers to offer them a self-service portal to control their products and services. But why is this trend happening? And why should it matter to us as providers of products and services? Why should we support customer self-service? Thinking back to that Microsoft statistic, 9 out of 10 customers expect the provision of a self-service portal. Did you also know that a massive 73% of people feel that valuing their time is one of the most important things businesses can do to provide them with good service? This is even more relevant when some transactions may be high volume but low in value, or when an immediate outcome is required. By providing the tools and processes that empower customers to work independently at a time that suits them, which is immediate and importantly empowering, businesses can meet that expectation. Creating engagement through experience. That same 73% of customers also believe that customer self-service has an impact on their loyalty. Meeting this expectation for a better customer experience will ensure that customers remain engaged with you on their terms and be more likely to remain loyal to your business and brand, reducing customer churn. Also, as a result, your customers will be better equipped to use your products and services to their fullest potential, creating, again, a better customer experience. Vanilla forums call out the fact that your customers simply don't want to talk to you or any of your customer representatives, and that customers will do almost anything in their power to avoid having to do so. So by providing your customers with a self-service portal, you'll benefit by continuing to offer them exactly what they want. And guess what? In turn, this will help reduce customer churn, since happy customers don't leave. Do you remember the importance of valuing your customers' time? Especially for those high frequency, low value transactions, to provide a mechanism that lets them get what they need, get it immediately, and let them get on with the job at hand. That's the best customer service experience you can provide. A marketingcharts.com survey reveals that over 52% of customers, that was the highest percentage score, voted that a fast response time was high customer service factor to them. So this efficiency is also actually an expectation. Let's not forget about your own internal efficiencies. Those high frequency, low value transactions can drown an individual and indeed an entire department in processes and activities to complete those transactions. Human resources are your business's most expensive cost center. So why allow them to be the most inefficient? Thinking of customer self-service, and let's look at some organizations who are winning with that. HubSpot is the brand that we all know pretty well. And with customer service becoming the norm across all and any industries, we're seeing organizations winning through self-service. HubSpot, the sales, marketing, and customer service software developer, has not only created tools to support organizations in supporting their customers to self-serve, they also practice what they preach. And they do this really well. From allowing HubSpot customers to procure and subscribe to their platform, through to setting up their own platform, having access to a HubSpot knowledge base, accessing HubSpot training, and also be able to revise user numbers up and down, and maybe even change platform programs. They provide the whole customer journey as a touchless experience. Of course, customer reps remain on hand at any stage of that journey, but this ability to use HubSpot products independently offers a greater customer experience with a reduced cost to service for HubSpot. Wave, based in North America, provide accounting software for SMEs, which integrates payroll, payments, and invoicing. They implemented a self-service component to their website as part of their customer service strategy. Within 4 months, they observed an immediate 30% decrease in support tickets. What this meant per month for them was processing 3,000 less support tickets. Wow. Calculating that cost by logic, calculating that cost reduction to Wave of handling those 3,000 tickets per month, you can imagine the even bigger wow when they started to put dollar signs around that. So I'll pause just for a short moment and I'll let you consider the number of support tickets your organization handles per month. Maybe even you do these yourself. I'll let you take an estimate of what those costs might be and then discount that number by 30%. I'll let you create your own wow moment. Okay, so why is customer self-service good for your customer? How can your customer benefit from that? We've seen already that customers expect and want the ability to self-serve. Shep Hyken, a writer for Forbes, comments that customers expect more than ever before. And this is worth repeating. Customers expect more than ever before. Your customers no longer compare you to just your direct competitors. You're being compared to the best service they have ever received from any company or any person. It could be a vendor, a retail store, an online seller. It could be any business. Customers now know what great customer service looks and feels like, and they expect that from you. From the customer's viewpoint, phone calls and emails take effort. Rarely when you phone a company will you speak straight away with the person who you need to, who can help you. Bouncing around a switchboard, repeating yourself to different representatives is hardly a great experience, is it? Even with the best voice response systems in place, it's still not a great experience. But who doesn't love a good voice recognition system? Forrester identifies that people seek support through the channels that will be the easiest and fastest. Quite often, automation and self-service deliver exactly that. And this segues really nicely to my next point. Time. Remember that Forrester quote that said 73% of customers feel well served when their time is respected? Customers want what they want, and they want it now. While customers want the line of least resistance, they also want the quickest and best result. Self-service allows the customer to take charge of that and control it, getting what they need at a time that suits them, be that in a time zone or simply in the rhythm of their own working day. Business Insider quotes that 73% of customers want to be able to solve product service issues on their own. And this fact really just speaks for itself. It's also reflective of the fact that many customers now are much more educated before they even speak to us, and they know what they want already. They just need a way to get it. As part of this trend of customer expectations, customers want access to the facts and data, and they will get it. So why not make it easy for them? And why not let it be you who provides it? For example, The breakdown of an invoice line by line can be made easily available separately away from that headline invoice document. Instead of multiple pages that have to be created, printed, or sent in an email and attached and then accessed, giving access through a portal to a customer to go through and pick out that line by line detail is that transparency. Why is self-service good for your MSP business, and how can all parts of your business benefit from customers self-serving? Regardless of your role in the organization, there will be a direct benefit to you in providing customer self-service at both a department and organization level. As a CEO, imagine creating, growing and scaling anything as a service business desirable to investors. As that CEO, imagine seeing your sales increase exponentially while your cost of sales decreases. As a CFO, imagine seeing operating costs reduce while revenues increase. Imagine the ability for cross-functional departments to be in sync with one another with a robust data source. As a head of sales, imagine having a value proposition that makes customers need you. As head of sales, imagine the ability to transact those high volume, low value sales at a reduced cost and effort, freeing up your sales professionals to sell higher values and pursue more opportunities. Imagine being able to manage and secure renewals through automation. Imagine being able to give your customers access to your full portfolio in one familiar, easy access space. As a head of customer service, imagine having the highest possible NPS, Net Promoter Score. That's nirvana. Imagine having multiple touch points with customers who are totally engaged in your ecosystem, and it's on their terms. Imagine your customers getting the information and products, services they want almost instantly. That's customer service. Imagine reducing or removing time-stealing queries by giving customers direct access to the information they are looking for that they can find themselves. Again, freeing up your human resource. As a head of accounting, imagine reducing those burdensome and suspicious-based invoice queries by allowing your customers to see down to the granular details behind their invoice. Imagine using a tool which integrates with your existing systems, providing accuracy of data and removing opportunity for human errors. Cloudmore can support this self-service. The Cloudmore portal provides customer self-service. This gives you, as a provider of products and services, a platform that can empower your customer to access the information they need, along with the ability to manage their subscriptions, and also view and access the rest of your product catalog. Additionally, through some very clever APIs, Cloudmore can be synced with your other applications, such as ERP and CRM systems, joining up those sources of data. As the administrator of your own Cloudmore portal, you can define the amount of access and permissions your self-serving customers can have. So this gives you the ability to maintain order and control while still giving that excellent customer experience that is expected. At this point, usually I'm getting sort of one or two sort of pinged and raised hand questions coming through asking, can Cloudmore be white labeled? And the answer is yes. You can create and add your own branding, making the platform look uniquely yours, keeping your customers in your brand. The power of Cloudmore becomes really evident in our enterprise subscription management that automates end-to-end processes for the service provider and the customer. Once a subscription is created, the customer has full visibility and can process all additions, moves, and changes themselves. Here we can see on the screen a snapshot of a customer view of their current live subscriptions. We can see line by line those individual ones. These include product name, product ID, the customer's buy price, the amount of quantity they have bought or are going to buy. It also gives really useful data around the status of those licenses, the number of consumptions that have occurred, and also other interesting things like billing cycle information as well. In the Cloudmore eStore, you can enable your customers to discover the other products and services available to them, along with additional information and the opportunity to make those purchases. So again, we've taken a screenshot from the Cloudmore eStore, and you can see how this looks from the customer view. This is you offering your entire catalog to the customer for them to self-serve and hopefully procure more. In addition to subscription management and the eStore, Cloudmore also provides a full customer billing breakdown. This means that you, as a service provider, can send a summary invoice while also giving that transparency view line by line of transaction data. And you can see this from the screenshot. It's here where our accounting and customer service colleagues get really excited at the opportunity to reduce those burdens and billing queries. All Cloudmore reports can be exported for further processing by the customer as well for further analysis. So we've looked at some general organizations who are winning with customer service. Cloudmore has partnered with an organization called Zen, based in the UK, and Zen is a tier 1 Microsoft CSP. They've grown from the early 2000s from being an internet services provider into an award-winning hosted and managed service provider, turning over more than $85 million per year. For them, Cloudmore became a critical tool in supporting customer self-service around provisioning, adding, moving, and changing licenses. Before Cloudmore, Zen staff were having to log into the Microsoft Partner Center to provision and manage their customers' Office 365 licenses. Manually adding and updating license quantities and manually adjusting billing to reconcile the changes was an onerous process that Zen decided was too susceptible to error and took an excessive amount of time to do. If they had a subscription change at the close of business on Friday, say around 4 or 5 o'clock, that ticket might not be actioned until sometime into the following Monday, which could potentially cause an issue for their customer. With an increase in uptake in business, Zen recognized that this was also an issue that could get compounded over time and actually grow. They were seeing lots more tickets coming through in the queue requesting these new licenses and subscriptions, and each had to be manually processed one by one. It was recognized that a self-service portal had the potential to automate provisioning and resolve this problem almost instantly. Working with the Cloudmore customer success team and using the Cloudmore online knowledge base, again, customer self-service, Zen was able to get the platform and billing reports set up and running within a day. The outcome of this has meant that Zen customers, especially those with larger staff numbers, larger changes, were able to quickly add, remove, and reassign licenses whenever they need without any delay. For Zen, this also reduced the amount of ticketing and the amount of resource required to maintain that pace of customer service. So we're towards the end of this whirlwind overview of why you should and how you can support customer self-service. I hope you found something of interest to take away. And it's really apparent that customer expectations have risen and are rising more as customers continue to have awesome experiences everywhere. Are you in a position to deliver on those? Are you giving the best customer service by valuing your customers' time and truly meeting their needs and wants? Are you set up to attract new business and keep those new customers and your existing ones engaged and loyal to your business and brand? Are you in a position to create efficiencies in your own business by driving down the cost to service those customers? What would your CEO or CFO or head of sales or head of customer service or head of accounting have to say to answer these questions? Perhaps you're well down the road of your customer service journey and are looking to refine your processes and tools to make an even better best practice. Or you're maybe at the start of your journey, unsure on the direction of travel. Cloudmore's here to help you. We would like to offer you the opportunity to engage with us in a one-to-one session to explore more of how Cloudmore can support you in delivering that best customer service experience through self-service. and get your business in the best possible shape for growth and scale.